starts with the SEC. Like, to me, I don't think the SEC is doing the job that it's set up to do, which is to create public markets that ensure that people are accurately reporting their financial data and that there's enforcement mechanisms when they don't follow through. We don't flush out the bad. And so we just have all these organizations that suck up capital that I think create financial malfeasance. And it gets a lot harder as, let's say, a good company to play by the rules when you're like, look, we're just delivering X product, like we just kind of grow on a steady space, or, we're consistently hitting our objectives. And then you see, okay, severe corporate malfeasance. Oh, wow, Wall Street loves this. This is what we're being encouraged. And then you have private equity firms and hedge funds that move in and they say, well, you're not growing quick enough, or you're not kind of, pushing that envelope enough that we want to see. And so then you just have very short-term thinking, which is a lot of we're going to have excessive share buybacks, we're going to have excessive share dividends, we're not going to raise employee salaries. And then when something goes wrong, you see over the past 5-10 years, record profits, but then at the first sign of trouble, it's, oh, nope, sorry, I need help. When really, if you set up a company in a sustainable way, you should have the ability to survive this first initial hump. Sure, there may be things that you need to cut out. Maybe you don't make that new investment. Maybe you don't expand to a new country. But it shouldn't be the reckoning that I feel like we are seeing with a lot of these companies, where it's, if I don't get help in 3 months, I'm going to have to declare bankruptcy, which isn't as bad of a thing as I think we make it out in this country to be, which is generally like, oh, you're going to go out of business, everyone's getting laid off. That's not really what federal, particularly for large scale bankruptcy, is. However, I also don't think you should be in that stage if you really set up your company to run effectively and you're playing by the rules and you're investing for the future, not just to make your rich few shareholders happy. And I think too, we hear so much about markets and it's like, mom and pop investor. Well, mom and pop investor only are something like 10 to 20% of the market. Most of it is large scale institutional investors, which again benefit from these extreme, in my opinion, ridiculous corporate bailouts at the expense of, the mom and pop who's been saving money or is, looking to start some sort of business. They are the ones who are shortchanged, as politicians are preaching, oh, look, I'm concerned about them, or oh, I'm going to step in there, when the facts are you're not. I mean, they're not the people writing your checks, and so you say, well, they're not important to me, and I think that that's wrong.